Parks, a little more than 13 miles of trails, and 3 recreation centers in its system. The Longview Parks and Recreation Department is setting new goals for their future.
KLTV's Christine Guevara reports the department presented its updated master plan at tonight's City Council meeting.
Tonight, Longview City Council approved the updated Parks, Recreation, and Open Space Master Plan. The year 2015 was when the previous master plan was completed, so the department is making new changes after almost 10 years. Before the planning, Parks and Recreation Director John Albertson says they put out a survey to gather insight on community wants.
We've seen a large uptick in pickleball requests. We've seen a large request for extended hiking and biking trails, as well as sidewalks.
Those requests were then added to the plan. Other focuses include improving the safety and comfort, like increasing lighting in restrooms, as well as improving accessibility to the facilities for all users, enhancing citywide connectivity. The department is also working on sustainable funding in order to bring these ideas to life. One avenue is grant funding. Albertson says they have already identified 30 grant sources the city is eligible for. And after tonight's approval, the next step is implementation.
Moving forward, we will begin to start to implement, come up with ideas. We'll have a meeting with all of our staff to go over what some of the requests were, what some of the issues were that we wanted to address, and then we'll brainstorm ideas of how we can start to check off several of those items.
Christine Guevara, KLTV 7 News.
To hear more about the master plan, you can attend the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board meeting April 22nd. It starts at noon. It's at Longview City Hall.